Today, we're going to talk about something that affects pretty much all of us: how to keep our phones safe. Our goal here is really simple. It's to help you stay aware, stay calm, and ultimately, stay safe. Just think for a second about what's on your phone right now. It's not just a device, right? It holds our private conversations, our family photos, our banking information, our whole world, really. And because it's so important to us, that makes it a really attractive target. Understanding how people might try to get in is the very first step to protecting it. So, you might be wondering, how do hackers actually get in? Well, it usually comes down to two main ways. The first is through tricks that are designed to fool you, and the second is through attacks that target your phone's actual connections. Let's look at both. All right, let's start with the one you'll see most often. And this isn't about some super complicated bit of code. Nope. It's all about psychology. These kinds of attacks are designed to trick you into making a mistake, usually by creating a feeling of panic or making you feel like you have to act immediately. Phishing is a classic example of this. You've probably seen it before. You get a text message or an email, and it looks like it's from your bank or maybe a delivery company. There's always a link and a message that's trying to rush you into acting without thinking. And there it is. That's the pressure tactic right there. It creates this instant feeling of fear, right? Oh no, I'm going to lose my money. And that's exactly what they want. They're counting on you to click that link and put in your details on their fake website before you even have a second to think about it. Okay, another big one is the fake app. A hacker will cook up an app that looks totally harmless. Maybe it's a game or a photo editor. Heck, it might even pretend to be a security app. But the moment you install it, it could be quietly working in the background, grabbing your personal info like your contacts or your passwords. And it's not just apps you have to worry about. Even online ads can be a problem. It's something called malvertising. You could be on a website you trust completely, but if you tap on the wrong ad, that one little tap could be enough to start downloading something harmful onto your phone. All right, so let's shift gears. The second category of attacks, well, these don't rely on tricking you. Instead, they go after the technology itself, specifically your phone's connections to the outside world. I think we've all been there, right? You're at a coffee shop or an airport, and you're hunting for that free Wi-Fi. But here's the risk. A hacker can easily set up their own fake Wi-Fi network. It might even have a name that looks totally official, like Free Airport Wi-Fi. If you connect to it, they can basically watch everything you're doing online. And I mean everything, including passwords you type. Okay, next up is something called a SIM swap. And this one is pretty serious. It's basically when a criminal manages to steal your actual phone number. And the really unsettling part, they don't even need to have your phone in their hands. All they have to do is trick your cell phone company into believing that they are you. So how do they pull this off? Well, first, they'll find some of your personal details, maybe from an old data breach online. Then, they just call up your mobile provider pretending to be you, saying they lost their phone or something. They convince the provider to move your number to a new SIM card, one that the hacker controls. And just like that, they start getting all of your calls and texts. And that includes those really important security codes from your bank. And finally, let's talk about Bluetooth. If you just leave your Bluetooth on all the time, making your phone discoverable, a hacker who's physically close by could potentially connect to your phone without you even knowing. It's really just a good reminder to only switch these connections on when you actually need them. Okay, so we've seen how they get in. Now for the part that really matters, how we can keep them out. And the good news here is that you don't need to be some kind of tech genius. It's all about building a few simple, smart habits. Let's run through the absolute essentials. Think of these as your first line of defense. First up, only install apps from the official app stores. That one thing alone cuts down your risk so much. Next, just be wary of suspicious links. Don't click them. Third, if you're not using Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, just turn them off. And last but not least, always keep your phone's software up to date. Those updates often have really important security patches. And this really drives that point about apps home. See, the official stores, like the ones from Google and Apple, they have security checks. Now, is it a perfect system? No. But it is so much safer than downloading an app from some random website, a pop-up, or a link you got in a message. Want to build an even stronger defense? Okay, here are a few more things. Use strong and unique passwords. I know, we hear it all the time, but it's crucial. And please enable two-factor authentication, 2FA, everywhere you can. That's a huge layer of security. Also, be really careful when you're using public Wi-Fi for anything sensitive. And finally, just take a second to look at app permissions. Ask yourself, does this game really need to see all my contacts? Probably not. Okay, if there is one single thing you take away from all of this, please let it be this. No matter how urgent something feels, I want you to always stop, think, and then verify. So if a text says it's your bank, just close the message, find the bank's official number on their website, and call them yourself. That simple act of pausing, that is your single greatest defense. Because in the end, the best security tool you have isn't some app you can download. It's just your own awareness. Knowing what's out there and what to look for, that's what truly keeps you safe. And look, the point of all this isn't to make you afraid of your phone. Not at all. Technology is an amazing tool. The goal is simply to help you use it with confidence by being informed and just a little bit cautious. I love this saying because it really puts things perfectly. You wouldn't just leave your wallet sitting on a table in a cafe, right? We need to start thinking about our phones and all the personal stuff they hold with that exact same kind of simple, common sense care. Because awareness really is protection. If you stay alert, you stay safe. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay aware, and if you can, please share this information with your family.